Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome to Season 1, Episode number 3 of my Wickham Wanderers FIFA 14 Career Mode. And right up here, we get an offer for Dean Morgan from Crew Alexandra for 100k. And of course, I was going to accept that. You know, when you transfer players, or transfer list players at this level, offers, at least in my experience, offers are few and far between. And so I had to accept. I would accept anything pretty much if I want to sell the player. So it was good to sell him. We get 80k allocated to my budget. So with that, I originally thought I wanted to go search for a youth scout to try and find some young talent. But again, I was thinking about it a little bit, and I didn't think I'll be able to really get good players, especially only one scout will be the one I would go for, the one with just one star, and it's not going to give me good talent. I would get players that I'm loaning out currently, like similar level players, like low 50s or whatever, and they're players I'm loaning out in my team, so I didn't want to go with that, and I probably won't scout players that way. Use scouts for the whole career. In this career, I want to sign real players to make an impact, and that really shows with my GTN scouts, and that's really this episode about searching for players for the future, and this is the best thing in my suggestion, but who knows, you might find something better. But when you're at this level, it's really good to search for first-team quality, because then you're going to sign realistic players for your level more so. You're getting players around the same overall, and you're not really getting players that are way above your level, and that's a realistic thing in my view. So we're getting players around similar level for this kind of team, which is good. I feel that is good because, again, being realistic, you don't want to sign 70 overall players and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you think that's realistic as well. Instead of signing like 70 plus overall players, maybe just keep it up with those mid 60s and that kind of thing to improve your team realistically. Of course, we get this amazing GTN scout. Thought I might as well use him to scout a place, and I did want to scout realistic, like players in leagues that aren't too amazing. So I was having a look around there. What was realistic? I wasn't really thinking Brazil. Because obviously Brazil has good talent, but it will be unrealistic to sign Brazilian players at this level. There's very rare, low amounts of Brazilian players. So what I did want to do is search my home country, Australia, of course. And there's another reason why. I don't know why, but they're on really low wages, like 750 per week, like most players on 750. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. So you'll be able to sign them really, really cheap on their wages. So we'll see what kind of players we get back and what kind of players are running out of their contract. I know there's a couple good talents, but for now, just checking out the squad and here before the friendlies. I'm not sure if anyone else does the same, but this is what I do. I put all my youngest players that I want to be part of the future, or at least for the first couple seasons. I want to give them games in the friendly matches to help them maybe increase, like younger guys. But of course, sometimes you might have too many older guys in and not enough younger players. But I try and get as many younger types in to give them experience in the matches, in the friendly matches, because I may play them less in the league. So I'll give them the games here, like Matt McClure. He's a perfect explanation. McCoy as well. I wanted to get some younger guys, give them the experience in the first team. To get some games, Pittman I dropped there. McCoy swap with Wood because Wood can play left back and left midfield. Crucial player for me, especially when you need to rotate your players throughout a season. As I said, he's going to be a crucial player. Matt McClure as well for the future. I think he has a decent potential, so he's going to grow. Hopefully can grow maybe up to the League One level realistically. Like I said, I don't want to be going there. Of course, you always want to win. Like, you can't say you don't want to win games, but getting to the championship in 2 seasons is not realistic. Even though, like you say, it's not realistic, but teams like, well, not this level, but at League One level, teams have done it in real life, like Southampton and that. So, leave your thoughts where some teams have, but most teams don't. That's what I mean. But Southampton has from League One consecutive promotions as well. So, leave your thoughts as we belted out the first friendly match, a 1-1 result against DC United, sending another guy out on loan. That's what I mean, 46 overall. That's the kind of guy we'll be getting in if we get youth scouts, and that won't be good enough. They'll be really, really poor, low physical attributes, and it will just be a waste of money in my view, and it's better to search for players for the future. So, league objective, I don't know why, but they show this twice, when you join the club and then at this point of the season. Again, to get a mid-table position, I really believe with the team we have and the players I've signed, we can easily do that. I've probably signed players to make my team a team that could be capable for promotion, but in case I don't, we can settle in that mid-table position. And like I said, it should be fairly easy as most teams, especially after my signings, are really even and I probably went even past that average team with my signings. But we pick up a 2-0 win in the simulated friendly away to Stevenage. So shows there we can pick up some wins. And I actually will be playing every single match. And I want to add some, I'll talk about, this Australian transfers here. You can see, well, this is just a guy, a free agent they picked up somehow. Not sure how, but anyway, Jonathan Germano, he's a Melbourne Heart player. He's from Argentina. Didn't really want to look at him, honestly. But I like to get scout reports on a lot of players. Diego Ferreira, again, he's a guy I didn't really like the look of, but still scouting him. Marco Flores, he's probably one of the best players in the league in terms of his rating. We could get him. He could be a good player for us. Mate Dugandzic, he's a pacey player. Gu Finkler as well. But Adama Traore is probably the biggest chance for myself. He's a pacey left back and he's really decent. He's a really good player, probably one of the best players in the league as well. He would have played for Australia, honestly, if he didn't get denied. He's from Ivory Coast, of course, so he's been denied to play for Australia, unfortunately, after being there for the years required. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Besart Berisha, he's the best striker in the league, experienced at 28. If we need a striker next season, if we can afford him, definitely he'll be on the cards because he's got some really good attributes, especially for this kind of level. He'll come in and bang in the goals for myself. I'll have full confidence in that. Definitely he would be a great striker at this level. He would score heaps and heaps of goals. I guess you really got to see what kind of wages he's on and what he would expect for us later in the season. But also Sweden, checking out some guys. So these are guys I don't really have knowledge on. Of course, scouting in Australia, I have knowledge of those players, but Swedish guys, I don't really know. Bald Vincent, he's got strength and sprint speed, so obviously that kind of player will be good. Like, he technically could be better than Berisha, but I have the knowledge of Berisha, what kind of player he is, so he could potentially be better for me. But I got to judge up the scout reports, and of course, scouting England. When I do this GTN, I'm always going to scout England to get as many as I can, because that's going to be realistic, and then maybe I might push to Scotland, and I'll always have that UK, the realistic scouting for a UK player. So that's something I want to go for. Ross Jenkins from Watford, that could be a really good deal. From a biggish team, if you compare it to our team, I guess he'd be a really good player. He's a good central midfielder, creative player. That's why I like in my team to pass. But here we have a home match against, I have no idea who this team is, but nonetheless, I think they may be a French team. And unfortunately, we lose 1-0 against them, but it's hard to judge because, as I said, I don't really know their quality. So it's hard to say if we deserve to win or we deserve to lose. But Reece Steich is going out on loan again, a low 50s overall. Won't be good enough for the first team, at least this season. And honestly, I don't see a part of the future for him. Again, not having a face, I don't know what other people think about it, but I just lose interest in the player if they don't have a face, because you got to know what they look like. It's just one of those things. But to end of this episode, I'm going to be showing you the increasing my players have done before the first match of the season against Portsmouth. Matt Ingram, young goalkeeper, hasn't increased. Marvin McCoy has gone +1. That's good. He's got a bit of pace, decent pace for a right back. Ilya Milanov has increased in a couple of his attributes. You can see he's a pretty quick centre-back for this level. Anthony Stewart is in the same boat. He actually has 70 potential, really good. Tarek Kamdar, look at their physical attributes. Crazy. Same with Paris Cowan Hall. Heaps and heaps of pace. For attacking player for us, we'll be looking for a lot of assist and goals. Stuart Lewis, 60. He's gone up. Josh Scowen as well. He's 61, I believe. He also has 70 potential. He's a guy that could potentially grow to at least that championship level to be a player for us there. Matt McClure, again, already increasing that +1. His finishing is 67, which is really good for a young player at this level. That's 67 finishing is just really solid for this level. But for a young player, that's a really good thing. You've got a couple older guys declining. Fuktax, he's just a really strong player and only 23. So he's got those strong attributes, but he can continue to increase as a player, which is fantastic. Diego Penny, the goalkeeper we signed for experience, 65 overall goalkeeper is probably the best you're going to get at this level, at least when you're being realistic. Joe Kafour is going down, which is expected for a 31-year-old, but he's still got a lot of pace about him, so he's going to be a key player for me. Charles Dunn, I probably won't look to play him much because he's on loan, and he'll be going back next season if we don't retain his services, and I probably won't retain his services because it's not ideal spending money. Like I said, instead of retaining services of players, I'll be looking to sign free transfers unless I start to get in the millions in my budget, which won't be for some time, I would imagine. But anyway, hopefully enjoy this episode. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment for me to read as well. and I'll see you guys next time with the next episode in this series.